Oh, right. What's up, Ian's guys? Got another video for you here today. This is some more funny shit that I saw on the TV news, watching it with the girlfriend. And this is some ridiculous shit that I guess people really, I think that I feel people are being too nice to some of these people. Like, oh, they're victims, they have a sickness or whatever. And it's getting too easy for people to do this, and it never failed to astound me how uh, creative people can be and how completely heartless or the kind of people. I mean, the kind of people that they would target, and it's not so much that where and when I guess that people want to get their money, and it's not even to eat anymore. It's always for drugs or occasionally. You get some people they don't got enough to pay their bills because they're addicted to something else besides drugs or whatever reason. They think they should take it from somebody else and they're entitled. This is a woman too, and for all you other people out there too, this woman is white too, so nobody's blaming it on anybody. It's just a particular race, but which is still very shameful uh, by all means. But okay, she goes and. She went in there more than once. Like they got camera footage of her going into. It's like one of them old folks' home, not so much like the nursing homes or geriatric centers. There's one of the ones that they're set up like dormitories. They are a little bit easier to walk right in. This woman had guts to walk right in, and just some of the old people just taking their word for it. They work there. So she goes straight for wherever somebody's belongings were. Took $150 or whatever, and another 150, a roundabout estimate of money they're taking. And to target old people like that, how can anybody stoop that low? I mean, somebody like this, I mean, they ought to make sure that, yeah, since it's a woman, they ought to make sure they get all female cops to go after her. And in my book, whips and chains should enter the picture. I mean, and get a female police officer. Excuse me, get a female police officer. All right, turn this dumb bitch up over their knee, spank their damn ass, and they should tell them, okay, bitch, your new name is Rosie Red Ass, because you're gonna have a real red ass, and you're not gonna be able to sit down for a year. That's before we throw your stupid ass in jail. And they should just. Spankings over live television are the cure, okay? They should have, instead of spike television, spank television. Spank TV of people that have well-deserved spankings administered to them. I mean, and then people like this, the police should have them in the police station, be laughing in their face. Yeah, you're starting to steal from an old lady, and for what? Yeah, your drugs. All you give a shit about is getting high. You dumb bitch. You just want to get high, and you're going to steal off of old people. Walk right into some nursing home place. You know, they're trying to have, like, you know, nursing home places that ain't so much like nursing homes. They have them like a dormitory, like a nice apartment building. But what, are they going to have to increase the price? I mean, increase the costs of living for those folks. You know, some of them living on different kind of money, whether it's Social Security or loan or whatever the hell they get. Some of them might get pensions from somewhere, but a large amount of people are living off of whatever. And if you have to get security for these places on every door, I mean, literally hire security guards, what's that going to do to the price of living in those living quarters that those old people have? I mean, people like us, like I said, whips and chains should enter whips and chains should enter the picture here, and spankings over live television and humiliation over live television. And these people that do this shit got to have a real problem. I mean, even if you are not on drugs and you need to eat, I mean, geez, there's like even if you don't get, you know, a really high quality food, but you can go to a freaking food bank, Salvation Army or whatever, people, and get a food box. And a lot of states, even though they cut back on a lot of stuff, I mean, people can still get food stamps and crap. So there's no other excuse for going and taking somebody else's money. Yeah, I remember one thing that's on my mind too while I'm at it. Um, since some of these people target old people like this, I mean, my cousin, which is a dude, he had an entitlement issue like that. He recently went to prison. He finally he got my age because he's my age, and he actually around the same time that I was talking about that I left the place I lived and I'm living with a girlfriend. Me and a girlfriend, not too long after that, after my turn of events, we're watching on the news. I was like, no way. Right on the TV news, right in the robs a bank in the same town he lives, and it's from the same town I live. But anyways, back on the subject of this woman that walking right into nursing homes. I think this woman was may have been the girl that was the cute one, the cute little girl, the spoiled little brat, like maybe a lot of us know. Like, say, if you were a girl watching too, maybe you had this other girl or family member that was always the cute one, and it was so disgusting. You were always looked down on no matter what. Nothing you did was ever good enough, and this other girl is always the cute one, spoiled. Everybody compelled, grandparents compelled to give them everything because they're cute, right? But then they grow up getting with wrong crowds, thinking they're entitled to stuff. The money that their grandparents are always giving them and they're asking for handouts ain't ever good enough. So they grow up and they're walking into places stealing. So since maybe the grandmother, which always liked the cute little girl, right? So it would be their first instinct to go after old people in nursing homes like that because they were, when they were the cute little girl, the spoiled little brat, spoiled little shit, they were like, okay, target an old nursing home since like, you know, old people, grandparents are always giving them everything because they're cute, and nothing that they ever were given is ever good enough because they were spoiled little brats as kids. But you got the other scenario too. You get some of the ones that come from from richer families, like that, because their families are rich, they get away with stupid ass shit. That's another story. But when you're in a class of people that maybe could be middle class or not always rich, I think all races, whether you're black or white, there are people with that problem. You'll have whether it's the dude or the chick, there's always the cute one. I have, like I said, the cousin that I brought up, he was a cute one. Everybody, grandparents, always giving him money, giving him things, and he was always asking, giving him things, and the rest of us were kind of like, you know, it depends what mood they're in. And grew up a spoiled brat, and a lot of times like that, you know what I mean? And they grow up addicted to drugs and getting with the wrong crowd or whatever, that's what happens. But all right, that's pretty much brief summary of everything. So that's it for this video.